So I just joined Fast Track like a week ago.
Awesome.
I actually started, just a little background, I started watching your videos because I knew I wanted to get into real estate. Started watching your videos, me and my partner, and then we were just like, okay, let's start. And 10 days into starting in, after devouring your videos for I think about 3 days, we started and we closed our first wholesale deal 2 weeks ago.
Let's go. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah. So that,
well,
thank
good.
you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Let's talk about you got your first deal and you said in 10 days from starting?
So 10 days from starting, we went into contract, and then we actually were our buyer was ready to close 5 days in, but there was some title issues on the seller's end. So we ended up closing, I think 2.5 weeks into contract.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Man, very cool. So tell us about the deal. I'd love to talk all about this. So where did you find this lead?
Yeah. So, and then by the way, we did use this deal to fund our Fast Track because we were like, oh my gosh, we learned from Jerry. Now we got to be in the Fast Track group.
Good for you. Way to reinvest. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was in San Antonio, Texas. It was we were a little nervous because it was a small square footage. It was right under 800 square feet for a 3-1. But we were pretty excited about it. We had called and they said that they had just the wife was just done. I think her husband had just gotten incarcerated, and it was a really tough situation. She was really just ready to part from the house, and so we had negotiated it down with the agent because it wasn't on market. We were really focusing on market deals. So it was an on market, and yeah, we actually JV'd it. So we got it into contract at $70K. And then we JV'd it because we knew, we don't have a great cash buyers list yet. So we had looked on one of the Facebook groups and saw this guy who we saw was posting a ton of wholesale deals. He had started his own business and was located in San Antonio, and we're in San Diego, California. So we were doing it virtually. And so he had a huge cash buyers list. He ended up telling us the same day we reached out to him, he had a offer from one of his end buyers that he's worked tons of deals with for $78,000. And so we did a 60-40 split with him. And then because the contract was taking longer, since there was some issues with having the signature from the husband since he was in prison, we negotiated it down another $2,000 in contract to stay in, because it was taking a little longer
with the seller.
So we ended up closing at $68,000, and then and getting the end buyer to pay $78,000.
Okay, so it ended up being a $10K wholesale.
Yes. Yeah. So the seller had accepted. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Wow. That's great. So it was on market, 10K JV'd with a local wholesaler who had a list. He found a buyer, and then you said it was a 60-40 split. So 60, who got the 60?
We got the 60. We told him that we'd been working on this deal for a while, and he wanted originally 50-50, but we had negotiated a 60-40.
Good job. That's great. That's awesome. And so was there any challenges with the agent on that? Did you double dip with the listing agent?
So we didn't. We tried to double dip with him, but he said he felt more comfortable sending us to someone in his office, which ended up actually working out really well. We liked the seller's agent more than we liked our buyer's agent, so he really connected with us, and he's actually been sending us a ton of off-market deals since then.
Yeah, which by the way, so Texas is not a dual agency state, so technically agents aren't allowed to double dip because they're not allowed to do dual agency in Texas. Now they still do all the time, but the second best thing is what's called designated agency, which is another agent in the same office, which is what you did. Now that's still a win because I don't know if you know this, but the listing agent is getting a referral fee for your buyer's agent they sent you in the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So they're still winning. Like they're getting whatever they're getting. They're getting the list side of 3% and probably half of the buyer's side for the referral. So
Okay.
it's not quite as good as the double dip dual agency, but it's the next best thing. So what you do in Texas is in Florida and wherever it's a non-dual agency state, is you still offer the double dip and let the listing agent decide how they want to do it. And a lot of times they'll refer you to an agent in the office, designated agency. And when that happens, just know that you're accomplishing the same thing. You're creating a competitive advantage. You're overcompensating the listing agent. They're eager to work with you. Now that listing agent's going to work with their buddy in the office still to get your deal done. Like they're motivated to still see you win on the deal. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And you're not in San Antonio. You're in San Diego.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
we used your strategy of virtually wholesaling. Yeah. We were like, okay, San Diego's insane right now. And we knew, because our end strategy is to sub to our first rental property and use wholesaling to create that that cash to do that.
Right.
And we knew that it would be more challenging to come up with the funds in San Diego. So we were like, let's learn about the San Antonio market a little more and wholesale there, and then we can know more about our sub 2 market.
Yeah, which reminds me, I put a link in the chat for everybody. But I'm speaking at the growth event in San Antonio next month. So if any of you guys are local, or if you want to just jump on a plane and go, it's a 2-day event. It's going to be really awesome. It's Quentin Flores and Aaron Bevins. I don't know if you know those names, but they're young guys, super energetic, and they're putting on a really great event. There's going to be a lineup of really great immersion and teaching. So I'm going to be there for those 2 days. So I'd love to see you if you guys are out and about and want to go to that. That'd be awesome. But anyway, I just thought of that when you said San Antonio. Nalea. Okay. Yeah. Nalea. I want to make sure I say your name right. Nalea, congratulations on your first deal. How exciting to nail it right out of the gate like that. Now, you do know that you're going to hit some roadblocks, right? Like that's going to be normal to have some hard stuff. It doesn't always go so easy where you get your first deal that fast, but as long as you know that going in, then you'll be ready for it. But again, congratulations, you're a flipping genius, guys. Leave a comment and tell Nalea, did I say it right?
Yeah, no, all good.
Tell her she's a flipping genius. That'd be great. And congratulations again.